49ers hosted a pair of big-name wide receivers, Malik Turner and Marcus Johnson. But they didn't sign him because, they might be a little too expensive. What do you think of this move? I'm sorry, I'm so snarky right off the bat. What do you think of this move, seriously?
I don't. I don't think much of those guys. One guy went to Texas. One guy is a special teamer. I think they're just looking for camp bodies at this point. Neither of those guys is the kind of guy that's going to move the needle for most Niner fans. And I don't even think you've got a receiver that can play from scrimmage there. You're just looking at special teamers and guys who are going to round out the roster.
Yeah, I think it kind of rubs salt in the wounds of Niner fans. Like, they're hoping that maybe the Niners have one more move in them, and it's clear that they don't. They need wide receivers. They're looking at special teams. They're just focused on special teams only this offseason, which is kind of rough. Malik, I didn't know who Marcus Johnson was. I had heard of Malik Turner.
Yeah, I feel like I know a lot of these guys, but I had to go watch both of them to kind of refresh my memory on who they were. As I said, neither guy moves the needle. It's interesting, Grant. I think the Niners do need a receiver, but they don't just need a receiver. They need a very specific receiver. They need a vertical threat who opens up the field for Debo, Juwan Jennings, Ayuk, Kittle. That's the receiver they need.
Also, I've heard this argument. I agree with that, by the way. I heard this argument that the Niners keeping Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster didn't prevent the 49ers from getting anyone they wanted. That somehow this was the offseason they wanted. It was just Charvarius Ward and special teams. I don't buy that at all. I think we're seeing clearly the Niners said their first choice wasn't to keep Jimmy, and we're seeing the consequences of deciding that holding out for the hope of maybe trading him one day is better than $17.5 million in cap space right now. This is the consequence.
I get the feeling that Levi Stadium could literally implode, and there would be like a third of the Niner media force would be like, you know what? That's part of the plan. We would like, the stadium to implode because there's hidden advantages.
We can't write off the 49ers just because Levi's in front.
Seriously. Isn't it how convenient that in the year they can't trade their quarterback for months, they also have no free agents that they want that money earmarked for. It's just amazing how that works.
Amazing. Well, good luck with these two guys, 49ers, if they sign them.